This is the third time I've been on camera today.
Oh, I like that, Bullet.
Yeah, I filmed 2 interviews today for Stranger in Southland podcast.
Oh,
you know that other show that I do by myself?
I gotta let the J show, Bullet. Because the J's been coloring it and it looks like
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus.
Jesus. It's like Barb says,
that's Tonga.
Yeah, that's Tonga.
That's Tongan for relax. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love that, Bullet. That's good.
What were those witty lines about 3 hours ago when I was struggling for material?
I get ready to say, Bullet, dang, man, they going to have to bring the comedian night here one night, Bullet. You're on fire here, Bullet. But anyway,
I'm gonna need to. The open mic's later on tonight. I was trying to struggle with it.
Is it?
Well, I do an open mic every Tuesday. So mostly for other comedians that don't laugh at jokes. Basically, like
so we can steal your jokes, buddy.
Yeah. It's basically like Mooresville, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
But
there's like 12 George Souths that don't like me. So
not just one. Oh.
Yeah.
Worst conditions you can get under, Bullet.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, here we go.
Worse than this. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. You're the claps. You know what time it is. George, how was your weekend?
Bullet, we are here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Very, very hot, muggy day, Bullet. I will not make fun of nobody turning over a dump truck again. I hadn't heard about that, but I got a lot of good feedback on that. People think we actually, I wish we could make up stuff that good, Bullet. But anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit later, Bullet. Great weekend that we had. Sonny and Cher just came off the road. Miracle on a Mountain, number 5, I think, is already in the books. Yep. What a great time that we had, Bullet. Just a great show. Everybody worked hard. It was kind of neat for me. My son got to meet Rhino one of the first times. Just a big fan of Rhino, and so that was pretty good. And we all had a decent match. Nobody died. Of course, me and Ricky Morton went out there again. Still ain't got it right, but we survived that. Gimmick sales were down. Well, I think for everybody. Was that just me, or I think it was just weird?
It's kind of down. It's kind of weird, you know.
Very like I don't know. Not even flea markets. Just a lot of junk that nobody wanted.
Well, here's what you got to know. I had fans come up to me and tried to sell me stuff. There was these little girl was selling these little like wristband things, and somebody else was coming up and selling candy. So it's bad when the fans are trying to sell you stuff. I think that's a clear sign that gimmick sales are going to be a little bit down.
They are down. No, that
the
makes
fans
a lot
are coming to the show to sell you stuff.
Yeah,
so I think
they're reading the poster to see who they can sell something to, not who's coming to town. Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, now that makes sense, Bullet. So we survived it. Got through it. We're back here tonight. Big training session fixing to go on here at Rings, George South Wrestling School. Bullet, now I did sell 3 books up there in the middle of all that mess. I don't know if the people realized what they were buying up there at Miracle on the Mountain.
Well, speaking of books, Eric Foster and Cody Green are now my new favorite promos to work for. I mentioned that my Man Scout manual got destroyed, and then my backup Man Scout manual was on its last leg, much like me. And so because of that, and just saying in a joke and in passing, never thought a thing of it again, they went out and got 5 different Man Scout manuals. They got Boy Scout Handbook, they got a Scoutmaster, they got an India Lore Merit Badge book. They got 5 different books for me. So they're like, he goes, you got enough for the next 4 years of your career.
That's exactly
I was like, well, you only need to get through 4 days of my career, but I definitely have more than enough material now. So.
That really, I love little stuff like that, because if you were sitting back and I wouldn't even know what to get my favorite co-host, Bullet, really, because
that just warmed my heart. It took me aback. Now, I did wait and see if there was a knife in my back, or there was poison, or there's anthrax inside. Because that would make more sense to me.
Yeah, they didn't give me my envelope yet. I just got 4 books. I'd rather have the envelope.
As opposed to a random act of kindness.
Wow. We're not used to that.
It made me feel super uncomfortable. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I've pooped since then. So,
I love that, Bullet.
I'm all blocked up
for the catch, okay?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the catch.
Yeah. Did they hear something from your medical report before you did? I mean, does somebody know something, Bullet? Just tell us, okay?
Exactly.
No, that's very. But just what a neat. A little jealous.
Too nice.
Yeah, they're very much.
Yeah.
People actually just do something to be nice.
Out of the kindness of their heart.
Yeah, Bullet. Well,
when probably some people really needed something to cheer them up, you know?
Wow, boy, I think I'm in shock that they did that. But anyway, good. No strings attached, nothing. Yeah. Wow, Bullet. Very happy. Great show, Bullet. It's really for a great cause. We always say that a lot of times, Bullet, but they really work hard, and the Children's Miracle Network and all that. And it was just I don't know. They work hard to go into that thing, and I think they'd mentioned that the house was down just a little bit, but there's so much going on. They said it was a fair and stuff like that. But the people that came, supported, had a great crowd, and we're just glad to be part of it. Freight Train was there, everybody. Oh my goodness!
They definitely could hang their head on what they brought in.
All I know is Little George had a picture made with me and that other guy from ECW. Yes, I'm sorry. Both of them, okay. And we got a few likes. Naturally me don't like. But then he had his picture made with Freight Train. Oh my gosh, Freight Train is loved. That's all I'm saying. Freight Train. My hat's off to you. The like button just like blew up with Little George and Freight Train. Freight Train's my son's. He's on the stuff, so he's huge. But Freight Train is a big man. Yeah. I'm just telling you that right now. And he's just the nicest guy in the world you could ever meet. And I just got tickled because Little George and Freight Train, before they open the door, they're just, them two together is scary when they're just like kick back talking. Yeah. And they get talking about Freight Train working for my daddy, working for Little George's daddy. And Freight Train says, I don't think your daddy can afford me. And Little George said, I think you're right. Yeah. So I kind of love that. Them two great minds, which is scary, before the doors are open, them two great minds are coercing. And anyway, so I just thought that was kind of neat that them two bonded. So anyway, great time, Bullet. We survived. This week, got a lot of stuff going on, Bullet. This Saturday night, one of the first times for me, I will be going to Sherrill, South Carolina. And Bullet, this is neat. It may not draw a dime, but this is a certain individual. He's never ran a show. But he wants to try it, and my hat is off to this guy. He lives there. He's got he works at he owns a little restaurant there in town. Okay. That area has nothing, Bullet, for the. I see signs for it all
the time, but I've never seen it there.
I'm telling you, and I don't even know when the last time I was even worked in Sherrill, but this guy's really going to try to bring things to the kids, the teenagers, the people. They have nothing to do there, and there's a little community center there in Sherrill Saturday night, and of course I've got Boogie. Boogie's going to come down and dance a little bit, and just added this week, the real, and I got to say this, the real patriot, Dale Wilkes, will be there. And I know there's a lot of stuff going on. Is he going to be there? Whatever. I mean, it's the real. I really, it means a lot to me to use I got the real patriot, if that makes sense.
You don't have Tom Brady.
No, exactly. So
nothing against Tom.
No, nothing
against
Tom.
Just wear the pink hat and be Salvatore Sincere.
That's exactly right. And I just want people to know that, and of course, Dale, he doesn't work anymore. He's got some injuries and stuff, but he will come. He just wants, he just wants to love on people, sign some autographs, stuff like that. So we're going to see how it goes, is what I'm getting at. Well, it takes me 4 days to say that, but this guy's going to try it, and maybe it'll be something regular. And he's at the mindset where he may not ever do it again, but he wants to try it. And my hat's off to him. I'll never bash anybody that wants to try it, at least one time and see. Bullet. Yeah. And he's been very smart with the money. He's got some
valiant effort.
That's exactly right. And he's one of those things where we respect people that he don't want to any time to go by anymore that he wished he would have tried it and he didn't. So and I told him, you got as much right to lose money in wrestling as we all do. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, Saturday night, and then of course Sunday, big day, Bullet. Sunday, double shows. Right, in Winston-Salem.
You start off Saturday is in Gibsonville.
Yes.
Gibsonville, North Carolina. Queens of Combat will have the matinee show. That show will start at 3 o'clock, and then CWF Mid-Atlantic will be later on that night. And then Sunday will be the Winston-Salem show at Ziggy's, and that one for Queens of Combat will start at 2 p.m. Right. That is a very special start time at 2 p.m. because we got to be done and out of there because PWX or that other place, so they'll do something.
Yes,
so,
yes.
But Queens of Combat at 2 p.m. at Ziggy's in Winston-Salem.
Yes, and it's if you want to see some good girl action, it's going to be there. Now, I got asked, will Miss Bullet be able to? Is she going to be making an appearance?
She'll be there. She'll be running the show.
Yeah, wonderful.
She has the back of the house. I'll have the front of the house.
I love that, Bullet. And all I want to know is if we're going to have the police come again. Okay, can I be the one to pull the fire alarm, Bullet? I mean,
gosh,
I mean,
you started on that. Still have panic attack. That was the last time.
And you know the end result
that
of
right there is reason number 17 why I never want to run another $5 wrestling show. Or any wrestling show for that matter.
And you know the end result of all that mess is that building is sitting there empty. You know what I'm saying, Bullet? I mean, and what did that goof prove? Any of that? And I ain't going to rehash all that crap, but, you know, the bullet...
Yeah, please don't.
But the building is sitting empty. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the end result, we had life in that place, but anyway.
Deposit doesn't mean anything. For someone who is nervous and worries and OCD and freaks out about everything and doesn't trust anything, checks the doorknobs 18 times for you to pay a deposit and for it to mean nothing? You know what that does to the psyche of an individual like that? That's blows true, your
folks.
mind.
That's true, folks. That was just... And it was just, I couldn't...
A deposit! I know. It's not a deposit!
But listen... My favorite part, and I'm going to move on, Bull, it's just seeing those, we had to leave the building, basically, and to see all those attractive women on the side of Independence Boulevard and rush hour traffic with fire alarms going. I've tried to have that before and couldn't get it, Bullet, but it just, oh my gosh, I'll say that for the next book. But anyway, I'm just, end result, the building just sits there. We won't have none of that this week, but
yeah, we at least trust the people that are bringing the building.
And
somebody else will be screwed over too if anything does happen. At least we won't be going down alone, and that's all I want.
Oh my
taking everybody with me.
That's right. Deposits do mean something this coming Sunday. So, with all that being said, Bullet, thank everybody. The book is doing so good, Bullet. I still get a little bit hot. I posted something this week about the individual that contacted, not me, but contacted my editor and said, and he was a wrestler. And I don't even want to know that guy's name. I'll go punch him. But he just wanted my editor to do, and here's how stupid the guy was, wanted to do his book because he knew that he could outsell George.
Good luck.
What the heck? So brother,
are you going to be selling 3 copies of every National Guard armory between?
That's exactly right.
Between Hilton Head to
I am on
Davenport, Iowa. Good luck, buddy.
I am on a mission. I'm telling you, Bullet. I will.
Every National Guard armory.
I will. I'm so on a mission-ish to shut this guy up, and it's just rekindled my book selling career, Bullet. And I don't care, even if I have to sell myself one on the other side of the table. I will continue to sell books, Bullet. Yeah. Okay, even if I've got to buy it myself. Okay, and then we'll trade back money and go home, me and my buddy. But anyway, I'm just saying, this idiot. Oh, I feel re-energized, Bullet. The idiots of the world are keeping me energized. Okay. So anyway, with all that being said, Bullet, on the subject of idiots of the week, got a real quick one, Bullet. Everybody knows so much going on, Bullet, and I tell you, I don't look around trying to find fights and stuff like that, Bullet. But we get in some situations, Bullet. You know, everybody knows this past year, my hat's off to my little grandbaby, Michaela, who finished up today. Bullet, she's done with the 2nd grade. What an amazing, I didn't go to jail this past year or anything like that, but today, Bullet, and it's kind of a sad, but I'm going to put, I can do it now because my grandbaby's moving on to the 3rd grade, and I'm going to put the whole school system there where she goes in the idiot bag. And I'm going to tell you why, Bullet. Today, one time, at the end of the year, school's over, you have your annual party and your ice cream, okay? And all these parents, now, Bullet, to get in, which I understand, to get into the school systems now, Bullet, is you can't just walk in and go see your kids. You got to, which I understand the protective side of it. You got to go through the office and punch in the computer. You got to slice your license and all that, slide it and everything. So anyway, but what I'm getting at today, Bullet, 12:05 is the annual end of the year picnic ice cream bash right after lunch. Okay, I'm talking the kids got to play. They're playing out a little part. Very Bulletish. Jake managing up on stage, Bullet, for the parents. The thing, what I'm throwing them in there, Bullet, today, it was a madhouse. Listen, folks, it was unbelievable. Luckily, George sneaks, all year long, I've been bypassing the rules. Is the only way I got in there is what I'm saying, that Bullet. So we finished lunch.
Two milks.
Oh, exactly. I've been getting 2 milks, lady. Yeah. Tell me I can't have a milk, plus an extra cookie, and I ain't paying for it. What are you going to do now? School's over. But anyway, Bullet, so I'm already in the prison. I'm in the establishment, okay? All of a sudden, 12:04, well, I don't exaggerate you at all. These poor parents, it was lined up out of that office door because everybody's trying to get in. It's their kids, their babies. But Bullet, they made every parent. As far as I know, the line's still out there. The parents are trying to get in. Bullet, I walked by that office, and they were making every parent. There had to be some kind. I ain't got time to figure it out. Every parent had to go, which is an average of 14 minutes to get through that little process. And I don't know the answer. I felt for a minute that I guarantee every one of them parents missed everything. That's what I'm getting at, Bullet. That's what I'm getting at. And as I was leaving, this is why the whole school system will go in the idiot bag this week. Is I asked the assistant principal who. We've high-fived each other throughout the year. I just said, is there not an easier way? And he said no. And I said, well, can't you just have the parents sign in on a sheet of paper and go? Bullet. Anyway, I know I'm making
at least for this particular day.
For this particular day. Because here's my point, Bullet. It's the end of the year. All of us parents have already slid the cards. If you ain't found something, if I ain't been convicted of a felon by the end of the year, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If my driver's license ain't set off the alarm system by now, I think I'm okay for the last day of school. Bullet. You see what I'm saying? Bullet. Exactly. So it was awful, and I know there's probably a lot of broken hearts right now at home. A lot of parents were getting aggravated because there's no way, because you had that little 20-minute window and then the party's over. I can just see all the ice cream melted. Bullet. Oh my gosh!
Heaven forbid you have a list of all the kids there.
Oh my gosh!
You ask them what kid you're for. You say, okay, you cross the name on the list, next person.
Oh.
And heaven forbid on this one particular day, you just do that. I understand about school safety on any other day of the year, but if you're going to invite every one of the parents, you better have a pretty good
That's exactly right. And when I knew trouble was coming, is I'm sitting in the classroom, and they, very theater seating-ish, and all the kids are up front, and I'm the only parent in there. And I'm thinking, this ain't going to be good, because we're starting in like 5 minutes. And I thought, well, surely all these parents. But anyway, long story short, they were all trying to get there. Bless the parents' hearts for trying to do something for their kids. Mm-hmm. But Bullet, it was a madhouse. And all the parents that was outside, most of them was outside in the sun waiting to get in. And so anyway, I don't know. I didn't have time to think about it.
Well, you knew the janitor, you knew to get in.
Oh yeah, Bullet. Listen,
Yeah,
you laugh at me during the year if you want, but it helps at that last day of the school when you got to bypass the legal process. But
lunch ladies are outside having a cigarette. You throw them a little bit, you go right through the side door.
Bullet. They turn their back. Okay, you don't need the code. I just think in this day and time, something, and you suggested a great thing, the last day of school, come on.
Well, if you're going to invite all the parents, don't make it 14 minutes.
That's exactly right. So the whole school system, I can do it now.
Or just don't invite them at all.
That's
if you don't
exactly
want
right.
Issue, don't invite them at all.
No, Michaela's a little like, Freebirdish. I'm sure she's telling other kids, hey, my grandpa come and yours didn't. Not that my grandbaby would rub it in just a little bit.
No, not yours.
Yeah. But my grandpa's the only one that loves me. Y'all's don't, because he can't. But anyway,
it's not like she would stand up on a table and then stick her tongue out.
Nah. My grandpa showed up and yours did. Come on, people. You got to think, boy. I didn't mean to get so sidetracked on all that mess. I just knew the grumbling that was going on as I was leaving. As I was the only one walking out, I almost got scared a little bit, boy, when the parents seen me walk out with a smile on my face. It just got to be handled different. But anyway,
end of school year.
That's right. That's right. And you can't make it up because there's no school tomorrow, so you can't go back and say we'll do it. But it just, oh my gosh. Anyway, it aggravates me when I'm the only parent that's got to go through the same punching in your birthday and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, long story short, Bullet, thank you so much, Bullet. We're rolling right along. Keep the positive vibes, the prayers and stuff. My man Burt Reynolds is hanging in there, Bullet. Had a lot of feedback on that. People thought I made that up, but I think I sent you the link or something to your Facebook page of Burt.
I was surprised that you knew how to share on Facebook.
I was trying to share it with Burt. And I think it came to you, Bullet, Burt. It came to you. I just hit the B, okay? I hit the B.
You hit mustache and it came
I hit the mustache and B, and it went to you.
The face recognition ended up there. So.
And he signed it and just went off into the sunset. Life is over, Bullet. So anyway, I'm shutting up. Thank you. Open mic tonight, Bullet.
I'll be going there
tonight, buddy.
Gotta try out some new material.
Real quick, when's the next paid? The big one.
I think it's this Sunday. I haven't heard the email back to confirm it and stuff like that, but it sounds like it's going to be immediately after the Queens of Combat show.
Oh wow!
So I'm pretty much, as soon as the Queens of Combat show is over on Sunday, I'll be rushing back. That's the I got 30 minutes to
between.
write. Yeah, the 30 minutes to write my material, so I don't have to worry about coming up with new material for it.
I love
it already.
Well, I'll do my best to give you some material Sunday morning, okay? But maybe help you out. What not to use when you're standing up on
Exactly.
stage. Okay, anyway.
We get a lot of really cheesy one-liners. But you know what?
I'm just letting you come up with something good. I'm going to steal it, like that other fellow.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, what isn't full of cheesy one-liners is the second greatest book. Well,
that's good.
That's a debatable point.
Yeah, use that, Bullet.
Which is available at highspots.com. If you want to know more about what me and George are doing over the weekend, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManny. Thank you once again for joining us for another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Yeah. Thank you, Bullet. Great show, buddy. Good. Well, you kind of like sum things up for me. You could say me. You saved me a lot of like words. Bullet.
It's called clarity.
Is that good or bad? Is that good or bad, Bullet?
Economy of words, George.
I think it's actually scarier that you understand what I'm trying to say.